Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again. Here we are on the Wednesday night edition of Inside the Headset. It's Week 7, Game 7. Roll over to Williamson County. My only coach in Williamson County. Going to talk to the head coach of the Ravenwood Raptors, head coach Will Hester. How you doing tonight, Coach?
Doing wonderful, Stuart.
Well, since we last talked to you, and then Judy fell, and then I didn't get to talk to you after you played Kevin and the TV game and everything, and you did get your video, and I'm glad about that. But I wanted to talk to you just a minute that night, but it didn't all come together. But have you been doing okay?
Yeah, I've been doing good, man. We've had a tough one with Oakland. I think we scared them a little bit. Then since then, we've played Brentwood and Hendersonville and won both of those games basically by similar scores. I think 28-10 and 27-10, and everything's moving in the right direction.
When you go back, I had a chance to watch the game, and what a great game, and you are challenged quite a bit in that TV game against Oakland, but afterwards and everything, and you've had a really tough schedule. I mean, you got challenged a whole lot since you put the ball in the air. But after the Oakland game and everything, and getting a chance to look at the other side of the bracket, what some consider when we start talking, some of the Final Four teams. Kevin and I were talking today, and we were talking about Final Four teams on your side of the bracket, and and we mentioned you and your ball club, but it also mentioned Matt and Smyrna Bulldogs, and then what we don't know a whole lot about is Collierville, and we don't know Germantown, but they're good. I mean, both those teams, no matter what, you got to get there yourself, but at the end of the day, both those teams kind of got to do what you got to do against Brentwood and everybody. They got to go through each other before they come over to you. So, but in the way, it's getting interesting, and you always want to look because you got to look at who you think's out there that and what's going on. Or you to say you're not, you would be a fool, wouldn't you, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say the teams in the West right now that are playing well, both Smyrna and Cane Ridge have had some big wins.
Yeah, and going to find out. And go find out about that one Friday night, aren't we? Because they play each other Friday.
Absolutely, just like you got Blackman and Riverdale. Blackman and Oakland as well. Friday, two big games there. And then you've got Houston versus Collierville and Memphis, which I think is a huge one. As those
where's that game?
Teams in that league.
Where's
I think it's at Houston this time.
Ooh, boy, that's going to be a big one because Houston, they whipped up on Whitehaven pretty good. So yeah. But so it's looking like but Germantown, they could. Are they still playing on all pistons, or did they get anybody hurt, or what's Germantown?
Houston beat them last week, so Germantown's got one loss now. Houston and Collierville.
So they could end up. So they could end up being. Germantown could end up being 3. Then it's going to come down to the Houston. This game Friday night will decide who's first and second in that bracket. More than likely.
At least, going in, that's an 8-team league. So they have a lot more games than the rest of us do. So, the surprising thing out west is, Coach Salisbury's 0-3 in the league right now, which I don't think anybody would have guessed that.
No, but the thing about it is he's young and he's dangerous. If those kids get on a run, and grow up, he's got a young quarterback, And then that year that they that one full year they didn't play, that hurt them.
Yeah, I think it hurt them too. We played them in the first round of the playoffs last year. That we were the 2 seed and they were the 3 seed.
Mm-hmm.
So we played them at home last year in the first round. So we know all about their young talent for sure.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about Summit. I've seen this ball club. I saw them against Blackman. Did you get any of that video of the Blackman Summit game?
Yeah, we did. I think Blackman tried to set some state records for total offense that night.
Yeah.
Probably would have had more had a couple plays not been called back by penalty. But, Blackman got after them that night. Obviously Blackman is very explosive on offense, and we have been at times, and so it'll be an interesting game. Obviously, some of
They're young. They're young.
Graduated a bunch of kids, and they're kind of recycling the program a little bit after those D1 guys, the Wade twins, and the good safety Brady Pierce graduated last year. And Coach Coleman does a good job. He'll have them prepared and ready to go. We can't have any letdowns. We've got to stay focused on what we're doing. As you said, the first half of our schedule was super tough.
Yeah.
With the NBA and Oakland in there, and then already playing Brentwood in the league. So now we just got to focus on finishing up here. We haven't had our bye week yet, so we've just now getting close to that. So we got 4 games remaining because our bye week is in there between weeks 8 and 9 for us.
Well, are you off next week? What's your situation?
No, so we play Summit this week and Centennial next week.
Okay, that'll be
playing really well,
and that's a region game. That's the other Kreisky. That's Matt.
Yep, and then we have our fall break, which is our bye week. The week after that, and we finish up with JP2 and Independence week 10.
Oh, so your fall break is the week after our fall break.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's going to even out. So when you come back off of fall break, you'll only have 2 left.
Correct.
Okay.
And when y'all come back, you should have 3, I guess.
Yeah, we'll have 3 on the schedule when we come back. Well, interesting, and that kind of plays out different for everybody, but it's going to make for an interesting ending, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, it definitely is, and everything's kind of starting to sort out as far as these regions go, and who's going to host and who's going to have to travel and all that kind of stuff. And I would say this Friday night is going to go a long way toward determining, region finishes and that kind of stuff. Definitely the next couple of weeks in our region for sure, because Brentwood plays Indy tomorrow night, and we play Summit this week and then Centennial next week. So a lot of things we sort out in the next 14 days.
Yeah, the table will be set, and then from there it's just stay healthy till you get to that first round of the second season. I mean, and try to get better. You don't want to lose any games, and you still want to. And it's a tough chemistry. Hey, I want you to stay healthy but play hard. I mean, it is a tough. It's a tough chemistry, but it can be done, and and play smart, and if the starters go out there and they do what they're supposed to in the first 24 minutes of the football game, it should lean up some time for the other guys to get some playing time.
Absolutely.
All righty. Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck Friday night. Since we'll come back on, and then you'll be off, and then whatever. If you're around, I'll see where we are. We'll just take it week by week, but we will not have a show next week. We're going to be off, and just thought I'd let you know we'd be on fall break. But take care, good luck, and play hard, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, see you, Storm. See you, buddy.
See you, bye.